So I created a system that I call the interaction model. And the interaction model is very interesting because, first of all, it's very simple. If you look at the core of sales, a lot of people will tell you that you need to build relationships in order to sell. They tell you that you need to build rapport with your prospective customers. But what does that really mean? Does that mean sitting around and talking about your family or their family with them and making sure you remember their birthday and the names of their kids? Probably not, because you can't reproduce that. That's more about your personality and your ability to connect with somebody, which is definitely a part of sales, but it's hard to wrap a process around that. It's hard to make that mechanical. And at the very core of it, sales is extremely mechanical. It's something that you can put a specific step-by-step process in place that's going to help you deliver better results time and time again. So at the core of the interaction model is a very simple concept that relationships equal interactions over time. Relationships equal interactions over time. So you understand that you're going to have a stronger relationship with somebody the more interactions that you have with them over a longer period of time. This is how trust is built. If you go to a coffee shop on a daily basis, you probably trust the barista that's sitting across the counter from you, even though you might not know very much about them. But the fact that you go into the coffee shop every single day, you actually start to build a relationship with that person, whether or not you actually talk about any of your personal details. The fact that you see them there working every day and they're nice to you and you see them time and time again, you're actually building a trustful relationship with that person. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go start working in a coffee shop in order to grow your business, but what I am suggesting is that relationships are a matter of interactions over time. So when I was telling you about my sales process earlier, and I was saying that if you have only a single interaction with a customer before you deliver them a proposal, even though you might have talked to them for an hour or 2 hours, you're not building any relationship with them. So one of the things that I really like about the interaction model is that it's non-theory based. This is not founded on some abstract concept like value-based selling or the A/B close method. The interaction model is based on my experience and my work with expert sales consultants and integrating this process in my business, and I worked through this process and refined this process over the better part of a decade. Furthermore, the process is exactly what I used in my web agency to sell millions of dollars worth of business. And the interaction model creates a series of very easy to find steps as part of a sequence. Instead of other sales processes where you have things that go from lead to prospect to opportunity to needs assessment to proposal, and they're very fuzzy stages, the interaction model is simply based on what number of interactions you're on with somebody. So it starts with interaction 1, 2, 3, and literally takes you step by step of what you should be covering with your prospect on each of the specific interactions that you have with them. The interaction model is also going to give you a process to weed out tire kickers and time wasters. The better you get at the interaction model, the less time you're going to actually have to spend selling, which will give you more time to focus on projects and other parts of your business. The interaction model is going to give you a predefined sequence to follow on every single opportunity that you get. And the sequence is so solid that even if you screw up on an individual interaction within the sequence, as long as you continue to execute the rest of the sequence, you've got a high chance of closing that business. And finally, the biggest benefit of the interaction model is that price is no longer going to be the primary concern for your customer. You're going to spend more time building value with them and finding real pains and problems within their business, and then you're going to help propose solutions that solve those concerns.